welcome to vlog. There are too many people on this train right now for me to feel comfortable speaking into the camera. I decided to go to Qingdao for two main reasons. The first one being that I love the sea, and I haven't been to the seaside in a few months and never before in China. The second is that I wanted to take a longer train ride. I take the train between Shanghai and Suzhou where I live pretty frequently, but it's only a 30-minute train ride, and while I enjoy those, I am pretty familiar with the landscapes and the journey in general. A well connected, convenient, and reliable train system is a luxury I don't have in Germany, and I wanted to make the most of it while I am here. So, a big city that I could reach by train within 4 to 5 hours. And Qingdao had been on my radar for a while. It was actually my second choice for cities to study in. In an alternative universe, I ended up here. In my youthful innocence, I made quite a lot of plans for this quite long train journey. I wanted to journal, I wanted to finish my book, maybe watch a movie, and that just wasn't in the cards for me. So yeah, that could have gone better. To be honest, the whole panic attack things, there are days where I barely notice that it's a thing, and there's days like today where I feel like I'm dying while on a fast train, taking me far, far away from everything that is even remotely familiar to me. Today wasn't as good of a day, but tomorrow will be. As you can probably tell, I've made it to Qingdao. I am checked into my hotel. I just left again to like touch the sea. Not literally. It's like low. I can't touch it, unfortunately, but I can see it and I can smell it and I can hear the waves. And uh, moving to the seaside would fix me. So yeah, I went onto the maps and I just looked where the nearest sea to touch was, and I walked here, and it's just like I think I walked like 15 minutes from my hotel room. So that's nice because if I'm not mistaken, this is kind of the main pier where shit is going down. Right now, there's nothing going down. It's just cold and dark. But yeah, it's already like 10:30 p.m. But yeah, I have made it to the sea, and as expected, I feel a lot better. Yeah, I'm glad to be in China. I'm also very sick here, and I just have to accept that. I think it's just part of my reality right now, and I can't let that hinder me from going these beautiful places. I'm currently waiting for Didi, and we're gonna do city walk today, which is like exactly what it sounds like. It's kind of a big thing, like it's how most young people travel through cities in China. And I have like found this route on Xiaohongshu, so this is what we're doing today. I'm just gonna walk. Okay, we are officially on our way. I'm at I don't know how to say it. I'll leave the name down below. But there's water and there's cityscape behind me as well. And that's the direction we're gonna be walking toward. And I would like to find a supermarket or something along the way because I do want to get something to drink. I am thirsty. But yeah, this is where we are going. I'm so excited. It is so cold and I'm by the sea. It's everything and it's sunny. Like sunny, cold weather is the superior weather in my opinion, especially like winter. Like I wish it had snow because like it is cold enough for snow. Actually, it was -degrees tonight. I wish it had snowed because that would like the vibes. But it's not supposed to snow this weekend, so I will do with the regular cold and the sun. It is quite bright today as well, but that's fine. May and see. Yeah. The reason I wanted to do this city walk is just because I feel like oftentimes when I travel, especially with like other people, I find it so difficult to like figure out what to do, and you kind of spend so much time trying to find places and planning and organizing. And I didn't want to, because I'm only here for one day. I'm leaving tomorrow in the morning, like early morning, so I won't have time to do anything else. And so I didn't want to waste all of today like trying to find the best thing to do. So I'm just gonna walk around, look at the sea. It's so pretty, oh my god. And then just yeah, it's so pretty. Enjoy the pretty sea and breathe the it's Qingdao is northern China, right? Is Qingdao northern China? I don't know. It's more north than Suzhou, and it really makes me remember why I even considered going back in the first place, like why I wanted to go to northern China again. Yeah, it's the best. Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping. You'll see some beautiful beef footage now, I hope, and I will see you with an update sometime or other. Just to give you guys some context, because I go on mentioning this a couple of times throughout the video, I used to live in northern China for a year in 2018. When I was 16 years old, I did an exchange year in like a very small Russian border town, and so northern China has a very special place in my heart, and that's why I continue to mention going to northern China, being in northern China throughout this video. Okay, I'm on my way to a park now, and I thought I'd just give you a little update with my thoughts and feelings so far of Qingdao. So this city, um, so stunning. It actually reminds me so much of my father's hometown. It is very hilly here, and it's a coastal town, and it's just so. It is very European. Like it is to be expected since Qingdao used to be a German colony. I'm not surprised, but at the same time, I kind of am. Like, I did not expect for Qingdao to be this, like, remind me so much of home. And I think for one, it's definitely like how
the European architecture and kind of all the beer everywhere. But it's also, I think, the fact that it is so northern Chinese here. Like I was just the street that I was just coming from had like a bunch of small restaurants and stalls where they were like selling roasted vegetables, like roasted sweet potatoes, and a bunch of fruit like out on the street, and like every shop was selling dumplings, and it's just so. I don't remember missing northern China this much, but apparently I do, and apparently I also have no issue feeling at home here, which is good, but also sad because I go back tomorrow. Yeah, it's crazy to think to me that it's crazy to me to think that like I almost ended up here and that there is probably an alternate reality universe, whatever, where I ended up studying in Qingdao. And I like as I walk through the city, I try to envision what that would have been like, and I can see myself living here 100%. I think it is absolutely stunning. So far, the people all seem very friendly. It's by the sea. It's all I've ever wanted from a city that I live in, you know? So yeah, I will make my way over to the park now. So far, I'm really enjoying the city walk. I love just walking through new cities. It's so vibey, it's so fun. And all the things that I've got to see so far have been really nice. I mean, the weather helps. Like, I feel like everything looks stunning with the blue sky and the sunlight in the background.
The last thing I did that day was go to a Navy museum. It was like Museum of the People's Liberation Army's Navy or something. And it was honestly really, really interesting. Outside, they had a lot of these aircrafts and ships. There was also a submarine, and I'm pretty sure you could go in, but I was already kind of late. As you can see, the sun is already kind of setting, so I didn't have the chance to go, but I'm sure it's also very interesting. And the inside as well was so cool. The entire time I was there, I felt like I was stealing secret military information, but I'm somewhat confident that all of this was legal. I did go through a security check. I did have to show my passport to get in, but we got in, and it was really cool. I would honestly recommend it. It was just kind of located if you followed the pier that I was walking on basically the entire day. So I just naturally ended up there, and I would really recommend visiting, honestly. And I definitely would go back because I didn't manage to see all of it, and I would really love to like go a little bit deeper into the exhibitions, maybe visit the submarine, that kind of stuff.
Hello, everyone. I'm back at the hotel. I honestly had such a fun day. Like, I really went into Qingdao with zero expectations. Like, I didn't do any planning ahead. I didn't book anything ahead. I didn't think about much to do ahead. And this city is so cool. Like, it has such a chill vibe, and I just had such a good time here. After I went to the museum, I got a DD back to like the general area of my hotel, and I had some dinner, and then I came back here, and now I've just been like chilling for the last few hours. I do have a very early morning tomorrow because it was kind of odd. Like, you could either book a train before, I think I got like the latest morning train, which leaves at 9:10 in the morning, and then the next one after that comes at like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. And since it's like it's almost I think it's over 5 hours because I'm going to go from Qingdao station to the Qingdao West station, and from Qingdao West to Suzhou. It's a whole thing. So it's gonna be a bit of a longer train ride tomorrow, but that's fine. 没问题. I am honestly kind of sad. I feel like I could have easily done another 1 or 2 days here, especially since like the museum that I went to, I would have loved to go more into depth there. Like, I would have loved to do more and see more, but I just like they were closing, so I had to leave. And I also like still some sites that I didn't get to see. I didn't drink beer. I didn't have a beer in a bag, which is so sad. And then there were some casualties today. I lost my pen. Well, not this pen, obviously, but I had the green one that I used this morning to write in my journal that I was using all day for my microphone. And somewhere in the middle of nowhere in Qingdao today, I have lost her. The other casualty is my face. I got sunburned, which, I mean, the sun was very strong today, obviously, like you've seen the footage, but when it's like 4 degrees outside, you don't realize how strong the sun is, you know? So I'm a little bit red in the face. When I got like back to the hotel, I was honestly so like panicked and confused and scared. Like, I was like, "What's up? Is my face so hot? Why does my skin hurt? Like, am I having an allergic reaction to something? Like, what's going on?" No, it's just a sunburn. I forgot that the sun exists for a second there. Now I'm back in the hotel, and I am gonna have a shower, and then I'm gonna call it a night, I think. Do I have anything else to talk about with you right now? Oh, yeah, actually, I do. So, as I was walking around today, and as I was kind of, taking in the sights of the city, one thing that I really noticed is that there were no foreigners. Like, because in Suzhou, we have like quite a lot of foreign tourists, I think. And I had a few friends tell me that like have been here before the pandemic and throughout the pandemic, that it's definitely noticeable to them how little foreigners there's left in China. And like, I was here before the pandemic, but I was in a small ass town on the Russian border. Like, there never were any foreigners to begin with, you know. So my perception of this was maybe a bit skewed, and now like living in Suzhou, there is a lot of foreign tourists. I think just because most foreigners that like would travel to China, they would either travel to Beijing or to Shanghai. And if you go to Shanghai and you look up like things to do in Shanghai, almost all the travel blogs and all the YouTubers and everyone will tell you like do a day trip to Suzhou, do a day trip to Nanjing. And so I think we get like a lot of the kind of tourists that are visiting Shanghai flood over to Suzhou. And so on a day like today, where it's like great weather, and it's like on a weekend, and in Suzhou, a day like this, we would get a lot of tourists. Like everywhere in the city centers, you could definitely spot tourists. And here today, like at least from what I can tell, I didn't see any tourists. Like anyone that, like the only foreigners I saw were with Chinese partners. And Qingdao just doesn't have what Suzhou has in the sense that there is a very popular destination nearby. Like Qingdao is the destination. And I was talking with my sister like a second ago, and she also asked me if like I would recommend Qingdao. 100% I would. You should all come here. But the thing is, like, if I was in Germany right now, would I come? Like, would I book a 700 euro flight to visit Qingdao specifically? No. And I probably wouldn't recommend anyone from that corner of the earth to do that. I would probably recommend go to Beijing and like see if you can travel around northern China for a bit.
If you talk to people that have migrated from Germany to other countries, almost all of them will tell you that they did it, at least in part, because they have felt restricted, sometimes even caged, in Germany. I never used to relate to that sentiment, but in the last few weeks, I have felt a sensation of freedom, and I haven't felt like that was missing from my life. But now that I am in a place that is so vast, somehow so seem my opportunities.